It's the battle between Asus and Oppo in the mid-range category. Both are compatible being your next smartphone. At about 2,000 pesos apart, which do you think is the best buy for you? Mabuhay Manila, this is Drew from Manila Shaker and join me in our latest comparison between the Asus Zenfone 3 Max 5.5 and the Oppo F1s. Starting with the design, the Zenfone 3 Max 5.5's body is made of metal backing and plastic caps on the top and bottom portion that rounds out the corners to meet the 2.5D curved Gorilla Glass 4. The fingerprint sensor is located at the back along with the flushed rear camera. The power button and the volume rocker can be found on the right side while the hybrid dual nano SIM tray is in the opposite end. Up top sits a 3.5mm headphone jack, and at the bottom is the micro USB port along with the mono speaker grill. Its chin houses the non-backlit capacitive navigation keys. The F1s is also made of metal with plastic for the top and bottom caps to make way for signal reception. The 3.5mm headphone jack and the micro USB port will be located at the bottom along with the dual speaker grills. On the right side is the power button with the hybrid dual SIM tray above it, and the volume rocker is situated on the left side. The chin houses the home button that doubles as a fingerprint scanner, accompanied by two backlit navigation keys. Gorilla Glass 4 will be its choice for protection too. Both devices provide good grip in the hands with a smooth touch on the metal finish. Overall, the F1s just provides a sleeker design compared to the slightly bulkier Zenfone 3 Max. The F1s wins this one by a small margin. One of the biggest differences that can be seen on the spec sheet is the display. Both screens measure at 5.5 inches, but the F1s comes with HD or 720p resolution at 267 pixels per inch compared to 1080p or Full HD found on the Zenfone 3 Max 5.5 at 401 pixels per inch. No doubt that the Max presents crispier details with natural colors, and the F1s is brighter with saturated colors that lean to a cooler tone. Clearly, the Zenfone 3 Max 5.5 wins this one. Oppo is provided by a 16MP f2.2 rear camera with dual tone flash to go along with the 16MP f2.0 selfie camera. The Asus rear shooter is also at 16MP f2.0 aperture with an 8MP f2.2 selfie camera. Outdoor shots favor the Zenfone 3 Max as colored appeared to be lively compared to the paler version on the F1s. However, taking a picture of close-up subjects will provide you with a crisper image on the F1s. The same story can be said with indoor shots complementing the Zenfone 3 Max. Low-light scenarios though favors the F1s in capturing details, but with pale colors compared to the Zenfone 3 Max's vivid but underexposed version. Utilizing the built-in flash will aid the F1s with smooth texture and bright image over the Zenfone 3 Max but with better sharpness. Taking selfies though is a game changer for the F1s as it's produced sharp images with good color reproduction with overexposed bright areas compared to the dull version of Zenfone 3 Max 5.5. Both can record up to 1080p at 30 frames per second, with the F1s having smoother video processing while the Zenfone 3 Max with colorful and detailed video quality overall. The F1s handled the selfies better but loses in point-and-shoot game with the Zenfone 3 Max. We are leaving this up to you guys, so give us a shout out in the comment section below on which one do you think wins. The F1s is backed by MediaTek MT6750 octa-core CPU clocked at 1.5 GHz, while the Zenfone 3 Max 5.5 is using Qualcomm Snapdragon 430 octa-core CPU clocked at 1.4 GHz. Both devices are paired with 3 GB of RAM. And two new benchmark scores was closed by a 3,000 point margin. Navigating both devices were smooth with very minimal lags, but loading an application proves to be faster on the F1s thanks to its ColorOS 3.0. That comes with less bloatware compared to the skin-heavy Zen UI. However, playing the most graphic-intensive games like Nova 3 belongs to the Zenfone 3 Max 5.5, achieving smoother frame rates. For this round, the Zenfone 3 Max wins. The Zenfone 3 Max 5.5 highlights the 4100mAh battery pack with support for reverse charging, while the F1s is coming in with 3000mAh of juice. Charging the Zenfone 3 Max 5.5 took 2 hours and 15 minutes from 0 to 100%, while the F1s took 2 hours and 20 minutes. Endurance test though was a bit of a disappointment for the Zenfone 3 Max 5.5 with about 28 hours of standby time and 4 hours of screen on time, compared to the 31.3 hours of standby time and 4.5 hours of screen on time on the F1s. We've reached out to Asus about this and said that this will be fixed in the next software update. The standard mono speakers are found on both devices, which provide the same quality and intensity and lack space. We're giving this one a tie. The Oppo F1s was released in August and retails at 12,990 pesos or about $260, while the Asus Zenfone 3 Max 5.5 will retail at 10,995 pesos or about $220 anytime this December. In that span of time, the Asus was able to close the gap with a lower price tag compared to the F1s, which is perfect to buy for someone who wants to take selfies on another level, but Asus Zenfone 3 Max is just hard to ignore that excels in many aspects of a smartphone. What do you think of this phone off? Let us know in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Keep it locked in on ManilaShaker.com. Once again, this has been Drew. Mabuhay, Manila.